10 crowded cities. India ranks 9th. 8 are in Asia. Number 1 is 5 times denser than New York, airless there. Number 10. Kathmandu. If you've been to Kathmandu, you won't forget the choking crush. Bikes, rickshaws, and pedestrians jam narrow streets. Horns, spice, and exhaust in the air. Wires above, uneven stone slabs below. At 1,324 meters, this 49 kilometers squared valley city holds 856,000 residents. With 4 million nearby, density exceeds 17,000 kilometers square, though the area nearly doubled in 20 years. Population keeps surging. 4% yearly makes Kathmandu a South Asia fast-growing city. Kathmandu, city of 1,000 temples, dates to the 2nd century AD. Durbar Square palaces, Swayambhunath Stupa, Pashupatinath Shrine, and post-2015 quake wooden wonders pack this valley. Locals joke, temples every 3 steps, tourists everywhere. Not exaggerated. 2021 data shows tourism is 1/3 of the city's economy. Millions come yearly to see Himalayas Gateway, but the narrow lanes must serve locals shopping, commuting, celebrating, and tourists photographing. So even outside Kumari Temple, traffic can stall 30 minutes. Kathmandu traffic is absolute hell mode. 1.2 million plus vehicles citywide. 70% motorcycles. Roads only 6% of city. The ring road during rush hour is basically a moving steel maze. Traffic lights weren't restored until 2010. After 2008 monarchy ended, officials saw locals ignored them, so removed all. Even today, traffic cops' hand signals rule the road. Yet congestion hides deeper tensions. Kathmandu's Bagmati is an open sewer. Half of 500 tons trash gets treated, rest dumped or burned. A third has under 12 hours power, yet housing hits $5,000/m2. Costlier than Shanghai. Ironic, 24.7% are indigenous newer, guarding culture for generations, now driven from old city by soaring rents today. And the new concrete apartments? Packed tight for more families you could shake hands with neighbors opposite. 9th. Kolkata. This crowded eastern metropolis packs 4.5 million downtown and 15 million in the metro like the Netherlands crammed onto the Ganges Delta's alluvial plain. Kolkata. Gridlocked oxcarts hung once Britain's second capital of empire. When 18th century EIC planted flag on Hooghly, who foresaw this delta as subcontinent's crucible? On Chowringhe Road now, marble buildings stand beside old homes strung with laundry. Dakshin's where temples' gold dome glints on tin roofs. Amazing is this parasitic transport. The world's oldest tram rails and Asia's first subway cross here. Rickshaw and Uber drivers bicker over inches. In 2021, UNESCO listed 10-day Durga Puja as intangible heritage. During the festival, the city turns into a theater. 5,000 plus shrine workshops work all night. Parades carry 3-meter goddesses under light arches. Stalls line 3 deep. 2023 official stats. Peak daily crowd topped 3 million. I'd call it low. People even sat on drain covers. Festivals mean food. New Market's Century Tea stall squeezes 20 elders into 4 square meters. Chinatown's Shumai queues snake on. Yet fewer Chinese keep improving char siu buns. Best is College Street's used book market. 3 kilometers shelves take half a lane. Professors, students hunt in bus dust. Yet beyond the festive buzz lies a harsher city here. 3,500 illegal shantytowns. 2,011 registered slums. Nearly 1/3 live in tin roof labyrinths. Worst is Nanchang's Diatala slum, thousands squeezed along the tracks. Trains pass within arm's reach. Maybe that's the cost of hype. Overall 8th. Caloocan City. They joke Caloocan's so crowded you line up to breathe. Why? 2020 official data. This 55.8 kilometers squared city, about half Taipei, has 1.66 million people, 30,000 km2. Is this livable? Or a sardine tin? EDSA extension. 5 p.m. Horns louder than firecrackers. Trikes. Bikes. Carts weave. City split north-south. South borders Manila and Quezon. Stacking shops and factories atop apartments like Lego. Seen this vertical slum hardware downstairs. Garment upstairs. 8 on the roof. Church shares market parking. La Loma, Southeast Asia's oldest Catholic cemetery, sits downtown. Living and dead share land. Raves are stacked. Up north looks normal. But don't be fooled. State housing is ringed by tin shacks. 50,000 planned, 200,000 packed in today. Alleys are so narrow even a big guy walks sideways. Neighbors walk fumes blow into others' fans. Yet in 40 degrees Celsius muggy heat, Thai temple incense lingers gold-red shrine between apartments. Mixing with noodles. Think government isn't trying? In 2022, Mayor spent 5.6 billion pesos on infrastructure. Caloocan Sports Center got clogged as vendors set banana and grilled intestine carts on sidewalks. Can you blame them? 40% make under 15,000 pesos, 8,000 TWD. Without street work, where else? As for landmarks, Bonifacio Monument space is occupied by buskers, fortune tellers, fake sneaker hawkers. City Hall vows to tidy streets, but commuters fight for jeepney spots at rush hour. 90-minute rides beat movies. Most surreal. Rainy season turns North District lowlands into Venice boatmen or backpack teens. Gondolas just plastic bathtubs. 7th. Bnei Brak, picture on a satellite map. Blocks packed into 2 Central Parks' area. Gaps holding 218,000 people. Imagine it. Even turning around needs booking. East of Tel Aviv. One city pushes urban planning's limits. Bnei Brak, only 7.09 square kilometers, is among the world's most crowded, with 31,000 people per km2. Year. 99.9% are ultra-Orthodox Jews. 89% vote religious parties. 60% of men study religion for life, full-time, not work. Global cities chase skyscrapers, tech parks. Bnei Brak survives by scripture and birth rates. City's fate began in 1924. 8 Polish Hasidic families farmed citrus here. Land records show a rabbi among settlers built the first yeshiva by a cowshed, shaping future fate. In 1948, Bnei Brak had 9,300 people. By 2022, it was 23 times larger. Families average 7 children. Fertility triples Israel's average. Stats say the city has 300 plus yeshivas. Non-stop Talmud study becomes its urban white noise. Data shows per capita GDP is under 1/3 Israel's average, yet religious publishing and ritual goods manufacturing thrive remarkably there. The clash peaked during April 2020 COVID lockdown. As troops sealed the city, rabbis led outdoor prayers, chalking 1.5-meter squares. Bnei Brak, a closed Haredi enclave, faces mounting social strains today. March 2022 attack killed 5, exposing security gaps in crowded communities. That year's census found 58% under 30. Tension between youth job needs and religious limits. Worse is the space crisis. At 2.1% growth, officials project 2030 over 250,000 per person space may drop to 6 meters squared. The government planned a new community beside Old El Korea, sparking land rights disputes. Amazingly, city lacks malls, cinemas, or stadiums, yet stays stable in Israel. Number 6. Dhaka. You may never see life this packed. On 1 square meter of old Dhaka sidewalk, a jasmine seller, phone fixer, waiting rider, 3 cats over scraps. This megacity holds 10.2 million residents, 34,234 per km2. Breathing's hard here. 5:47 a.m. Dhaka already pants. 300 ferries float on the Buriganga, each 80-seat tin boat squeezing in passenger 247. Men cling like barnacles, half overboard. One hand on the rail, daily survival acrobatics in this megacity here. Zoom in on this South Asian city map. Pins flood screen. Opened in 2022. Pink line train carries 18th batch. Screaming past. Warped faces on windows. Ground battle fiercer. 4 million painted rickshaws form maze. Even luxury cars here stall for minutes. Dhaka's morning rush needs no lights. Lights can't help at all. Crowding here breeds eerie economic rules. Inside Motihil's towers, 7 language bankers, through windows of a converted 17th century Muchal caravanserai, control 35% of Bangladesh's capital. 3 kilometers away, Oribaj slum tanneries have 200,000 hands rubbing 12% of luxury leather. Open Italian packaging. You may touch Dhaka port goods unloaded 72 hours ago. This city's 2023 GDP, $285.1 billion, could buy 3 Icelands. Powered by non-stop cashless deals per square meter here. Dhaka's priciest housing illusion. Kemrangarkar. 600k share 30 taps. 10 and 4 meters squared tin shacks. Beds on 8-hour shifts. 3 kilometers away, atop mansions. The rich sip cocktails at poolside, watching lights. Below, elevator shafts churn tenants 5 per second. Office space 2 inches tighter than coffins. Dhaka's cruelty. Even despair stacks up in layers too. 5th, mail at 5 a.m. Mail's fish market is already packed. Fishermen shoulder waist high tuna through tight aisles. Fishy. Humid air sticks to everyone. This 8.3 square kilometers island jams 24,000 people per km2, turning the Indian Ocean into real-life rescue right now. Mail's central island, among the world's densest, is smothered in concrete buildings. 2022 data. 212,000 live here, like squeezing Beijing's Dongcheng population onto 1/10 the land. Motorbike weaves down a 2-car street. Handlebars nearly scrape nearby shop shutters. At peak times, cops pop up at the government intersection, perched on hauled and plastic chairs directing cars, since booths can't see jams. Reef City legend began 5th century, once Maldivian royal capital. After 1968 monarchy ended, President Ibrahim Nasir tore down palace walls, expanded city. Still lagged now. From any male balcony over 6 floors, cranes sprout like steel reeds. For 30 years, dredged seabed sand expanded the city by a third. Once paved, it refilled with cars, shops, daily. 27 ferries shuttle between Mail and Airport Island, carrying tourists and foreign workers 13%, Indian builders, Bangladeshi cleaners, and Sri Lankan nurses form commuters packed in cabins with hats, medical kits, sardine-like, bound for satellite island jobs. Southwest main island dock reeks of diesel. Containers pile at sidewalks. Workers eat curry puffs under streetlights. Surprisingly, this stifling city still hides the world's clearest policy implementation system. In 2020, motorcycle curbs cut 20,000 illegal bikes in 3 months. Recycling pilot hit 87% accuracy first month. Those surviving extreme crowds may value order most of all. Number 4. Mandaluyong today. 6:30 a.m. in Mandaluyong. Motorcycle engines already pierce the mist. In just 11.26 square kilometers, 38,000 people per km2 make Southeast Asia's densest urban survival scene. Mandaluyong, Metro Manila's pacemaker, is under 1/10 the size of Paris and serves 425,000 residents and 300,000 daily. In 1994, it became the region's first satellite town to gain city status. Few imagined this laundry workers' community would host ADB headquarters as Mega Mall and the Philippines' first metro's curve. From Ortiga's center's twin towers, glass reflects not just capital's glare, but workers' sweat through steel thickets. At morning rush, EDSA stalls like a paused conveyor belt. This Metro Manila artery moves 300,000 cars daily in Mandaluyong. Behind fences at Metro Line 3's expansion, Chinese engineers and local workers tune signals. This China-Philippines project lifts capacity 40%. Yet before its 2025 opening, every daily commute feels like survival. Neon lights glow. SM Supermall parking turns Filipino-style magic. Asia's second-largest mall's garage fits 8,000 cars. Yet weekends demand snake parking. Guards with glow sticks slot vehicles into tight gaps like Tetris. Urban planners are searching for breathing room in the concrete jungle. Opened in 2023, Mandaluyong's Skybridge network links office blocks with 23 corridors, letting workers dodge traffic and finish coffee. Even better, the BRT now being built will cut cross-city travel to just 18 minutes. In Hagdambato's old district, a vertical village pilot moves century-old laundry descendants into colorful elevator apartments. Rooftop gardens replace open-air drying grounds. Maybe someday this place escapes its choking confines and is reborn. Third, Manila. Most cities still struggle to top 10,000 people per km2. This 42 kilometers squared city hits 43,000 per km2. Official 2020 data. 1.84 million pack the urban core onto land one-third smaller than Beijing's Chaoyang. District 6 holds 68,000 plus per km2. At this density, each resident has under 2 square meters. Even breathing feels shared. 4 centuries of colonial rule seeded crowding. In 1571, Spain made it eastern capital, never imagining this port as Pacific trade hub. Here, galleons carrying American silver and Chinese silk formed First Pacific Network. Commerce runs in the city's veins. Now Manila Bay's container port moves billions daily. At San Agustin, believers touch a cross carved by 1,500 Spaniards. 500 meters across the Pasig, barefoot kids run tin wood maze. The divide is stark in transit. The 24 kilometers line 1 moves 500,000 daily, packed and restless. Jeepneys still World War II U.S. transports belch black smoke through 10-hour jams. Population booms, social pain festers unseen. In 2015, 92% of Metro Manila communities face drugs. Street mint candy deals were the city's festering wound. 2017 was turning point. Tougher policing cut major cases 38.7%, named best precinct. These governance gains match the city's vertical push. Once land is gone, buildings rise. Completed in 2019, the 318-meter Grand Tower reset the skyline. 40,000 daily visitors embody crowded survival today. Faith. Antidote for crowded cities. Quiapo Church's 9th-day Black Jesus procession draws 1 million faithful. Spilling from steps to 3 kilometers away Chinatown. Religious fervor shows tolerance. 1.1% Buddhists burn incense at Shanbian Langyu Temple. Muslims pray at the Dome Mosque. Sects rally in Rizal Park, where prayer helps all forget cramped quarters. Number 2, Giza. Have you ever seen Giza at 4 a.m.? Tourists queue at pyramids for sunrise. Garbage and water trucks hustle alleys. Egypt's 3rd city, Africa's 4th metro, packs 45,000 kilometers squared, booming between ancient civilization and modern life. From Nile's west bank, Giza splits. East, Cairo's concrete skyline. West, Desert 3 pyramids still stand like time-frozen giants, but Choksu is 98.4 kilometers squared of crowds between them. New 2023 data shows this 4.4 million city is bursting past its limits. Every cycle sees 237 cars, 586 motorcycles, and 2,000 plus pedestrians vying to pass. At the pyramids, each visitor gets space equal to 0.3 parking spot. Already by its completion in 642, Arab conquerors saw the site's advantage. Memphis lay 30 kilometers north, and the Pharaoh's pyramids to the west. As Cairo sprawled along Nile's east bank, Giza became spillway. 2017 to 2023, population slipped 410,000, yet new districts spread the city like crumpled foil smoothed. June 10th, new city phase 3 drew 59 square kilometers, filled with 190,000 migrants. Sheikh Zayed took 90,090 square kilometers. To ease old city strain, Officials bet on Nile Islands. Corsaya slums become luxury homes. Warak plans a 500,000 resident vertical community. Reality tops plans. In Bulak El Dakhor, 27-story towers and 3-story shells sit 1.2 meters apart. Elevators are dead. 72 households per floor have jammed the shafts with furniture. Crowding tightens space, but also breeds unique cultural symbiosis there. Cairo University's Giza professors daily zoom beneath pyramid shadows, while material-laden donkey carts deftly skirt cell tower bases there. Even this order in chaos may still be helplessness. First, Croix-des-Bouquets. You'd never guess. One of the world's densest places isn't in Tokyo Ginza's towers or Mumbai slums, but in romantic Caribbean Croix-des-Bouquets. What's 52,000 people per square kilometer? Like packing tight all Beijing Chaoyang residents into Sanlitun. Built by decree in 1749, this city is cursed like Pandora's box. The 1770 quake shoved it inland. In 2010, a 7.3 Port-au-Prince tremor toppled rebuilt streets again. But in 1792 he rose when battle sparked Haitian Revolution. In church, blacks and mixed-race people signed Croix-des-Bouquets, never guessing this spec would change Caribbean history. Never think Croix-des-Bouquets is just old history. When metal clangs numb your ears, you'll know why it's ironwork capital. In Noailles, founded by artist Georges Liato, abandoned oil drums are reborn. Artisans hammer and chisel rusted metal into sculptures of African spirits. Works sold to MoMA, displayed in Paris gallery halls. Yet outside cramped city, Croix-des-Bouquets people carved organic farms on plains. UN data says 80% of farms here are still slash and burn, yet their crops feed greater Port-au-Prince. Still? Open Google Maps and you'll gasp. 280,000 people crammed like sardines under tin roofs on 5.46 kilometers squared land. Officials moved 30-year street vendors to Port-au-Prince. Months later, they returned with gas stoves. This near-obsessive vibe makes Croix-des-Bouquets a living sample for anthropologists. When space is squeezed, religion, art, street life boom, like ironwork, dignity from colonizers' oil drums, and wisdom forging pain into beauty. That's all for today's video. Which of these 10 crowded cities impressed you most, really? Let us know in the comments below.